Hey, everyone in Crushing It 2021 world. Welcome to my little fort. So, as you guys know, probably when it froze here recently, we made a little fort in our bed. And this weekend, we had my granddaughter over and we put the lights up and made this little fort a really cool place for her to sleep over. So, I'm in my fort. Okay, so we are on actually day 28, and I want to talk to you guys about the anatomy of a breakthrough. I think a lot of times we think we're having a breakthrough when we're just having an aha moment. Not quite the same. So I want to talk to you about the anatomy of a breakthrough from my recent training from Lisa Nichols, who, man, that girl knows her stuff. She knows what breakthroughs are about. She knows how to navigate the situation. She knows how to get around our limiting beliefs. And so I'm going to share with you some of the stuff she shared with me. So first of all, the first thing we have to do is, if we want to have a true breakthrough, we have to take the things that we think are optional, and the optional things are things where we say, oh, I don't feel like it. I'll get around to that. I don't want to do that right now. I'll do that later. I'll start on Monday. Those are all optionals, right? And we have to neutralize them. And then from there, we have to go to what do we need to quit? So she says that people who are successful need to know what to quit. Whatever you say yes to is a no to something else. You have to decide, what are you saying yes to and what are you saying no to? Successful people consciously and intentionally quit things that don't serve them, things that don't pay them. A lot of times we feel like, oh, I'm the only one who can do that. And we keep doing it, even though other people could do it and we could pay, or we could pay somebody to do it. And things that others can do. Who can you forgive? Yourself or someone else. The other thing that we hang on to a lot of times is just beating our own selves up. The act of forgiving frees up future space for more to come into us. What you can let go of or release allows more space for more of your hopes, your dreams, your future to come into you. And everyone has done the best with the resources they have. So give it up. Forgive yourself. Let it go. You did the best with what you had and what you knew at the time. Your future is being held hostage by your past because you hang on to your past. We are all just imperfect people exploring perfect experiences. We don't get it right all the time. We just keep trying to do better, and that is okay. You guys just should give yourself some space and some grace. One thing I know for sure, because I've done it to myself, is that I beat myself up and like hold myself complete hostage in everything I've ever done wrong. And I wouldn't do that to my children, so I should not do that to myself. Who have you been unwilling to call in order to succeed? Well, I'm going to tell you right now, call everyone. Anything that you need to do, overcome, call, get past, you need to do that in order to succeed. For me, that had a lot to do with getting past my fears. I mean, this whole anatomy of a breakthrough has been huge for me this year. I've had to identify the things that are holding me back, be real about the fact that they're holding me back, and be willing to do the things that were hard in order to break through. So here's what it looks like. 3 ingredients of a true breakthrough are irritation, declaration, and surrendered action. So irritation is a conflict between your desires and your doubts. It's a deep, soulful irritation. It's the catalyst to true transformation. And I know for a fact that there's been a couple times for me just this year where I haven't wanted to do something. And I've learned that if I don't want to do it, that's the exact thing that I must do in order to transform my life, my business, my future. And so for me, I thought, okay, so I'm just not doing it. Like I can do it. There's no big deal, but I wasn't doing it. So when I really dug in and forced myself to push past that and do it, first of all, I did all kinds of avoidance behaviors. Then I went through the next part, which is the the irritation, the anger, which we're going to come to. I went through all of these stuff to get to there. So let me go for this. So first, there's a deep soulful irritation. So you know for a fact that you feel something deeply. You're like, why can't I do this? Why am I not doing this? What do I need to do to push past this? And you feel discontented and uncomfortable. Next comes declaration. And there are 2 times of declaration, according to Lisa Nichols. There's one that's I will, which is positive, but it's in theory, it's in future, and it's temporary. Or there's the I will not, which is much more powerful, it's current, and it's based in reality. Our unconscious mind is rooted in reality. And I promise you, if you go explore every past transformation you've ever made, where things seem to happen in an instant, you will notice that you came to an I will not moment. I will not be that way anymore. I will not have that life anymore. I will not be married to that person or accept that future for myself anymore. And then there's surrendered action. Surrendered action is the current capacity to create our current reality. So wherever we are creates our current reality. We have to change our current reality by changing our current capacity. So we have to stretch ourselves past our current capacity. So whatever we're able to do in order to change our present reality, we have to stretch ourselves past that. Surrender to current self so new self can emerge. Personal development is about unlearning. You unlearn everything you've learned from your past. You confront things that you have been committed to for years. And honestly, guys, it really is about being committed to. We've decided that things are so, that they're such, and that they're reality and they're truth. And we become very committed to those. So we have to ask ourselves a lot of questions around the things that we're committed to. Ourselves will push back. And we misdiagnose comfort as bad. Transformation is uncomfortable. It's unsettling, it's irritating, it causes all kinds of anger, fear, doubt, uncertainty, resistance. And we want to run and we want to create all kinds of shortcuts to get there, and we can't do it. We have to push through the uncomfortable action, the next steps. So when you understand this, you're more likely to take action. So here, let me tell you what it is again. Irritation, declaration, and surrendered action. So I challenge you to pick something in your life. What have you been saying you're going to do and you haven't done? I promise you that if you decide that you're going to do it, first of all, you're going to have irritation. Why can't I eat that like everybody else does? Why can't I do that like everybody else does? Nobody else has a problem with that. Then declaration. I will not let this beat me. I will not let this overcome me. I will not be the person who doesn't break through in this area. And then you'll take surrendered action. But before then, you will get to irritation, anger. You'll cry. You'll probably go through all kinds of things. Fear, doubt, uncertainty, resistance. You're going to want to run. You're going to want to give up. You're going to give in. Those are all shortcuts, and they will never get you where you want to go. So if you want to have this breakthrough in any area of your life, you have to hold the course. And I promise you, if you do this, you hold the course, you stay the course, you push past all the resistances in your way, you're going to have an amazing breakthrough and transformation. And this is all you need to know. This is it. This is the anatomy of a breakthrough. And you can go through this in a very short period of time if you stay the course, pedal to the metal, push through it, and you will have an amazing transformation, an amazing breakthrough, an amazing new beginning to an amazing new life. So here's my homework for you. Do you remember a time when you have had a great transformation? Do you remember going through these stages? If so, describe them and drop them in the comments below. Thank you guys for being here on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell if you'd like to have more conversations like this. I like to have a lot of fun, but I also like to really work at transforming my life and breaking through and pushing past all my limiting beliefs so I can truly have the life of my dreams. So if this sounds like something you want to do more of and be more about, then stick around. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you soon.